Hi, everyone. We will wait just a minute or two to get started. Hope everyone is doing well on this beautiful fall weekend. There's a lot going on this weekend, that's for sure. It's my favorite time of year with all the festivals and craft shows. Harvest Homecoming is this weekend. What else? The Bardstown, Kentucky Arts and Crafts Show. That's always huge. Wine on the River was today, I believe. There's things going on at Huber's. So many things to pick from. I am actually having a slumber party for all my grandbabies, my granddog, that is, while the rest of the family went to the lake. Our family has a end of year celebration down at Nolin. So Sarah is here for the weekend, her and John with Peter. Hey, Linda. And they took him down to see all of our family today along with Mark. So I am home dog sitting and getting quite a bit of stuff done too, which is a good thing. All right, it looks like it's right at 8:35, so I am going to go ahead and get started. Today is October the 11th, right? Yep, 2025, and yes, it's a Saturday, and I don't normally go live on a Saturday, but lots of crazy things have been going on with Peter being here, and I appreciate everybody's understanding and shifting. So we will get started here in a second. I have a couple of reminders for you. One, which is phenomenal, and that is that during the month of October, we are having an incredible join special. And when I say join, that is purchasing the starter kit. There are actually two options, and I have never seen in 21 plus years as a demonstrator these prices being like this. So it's a phenomenal time to be able to get some of the things that might be on your wish list. And then of course, and be able to enjoy a discount through the end of April. So the two options are for $35, you can choose $125 worth of product. That is free shipping, includes a free paper pumpkin, some business supplies if you need or want them. And again, whatever you so choose to pick from. In addition, for $99, which is the normal standard price, we can select $189 worth of product. So that goes through the end of October. I'd love to have you on my team. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to reach out to me and I'll be able to help you. But again, 100% no obligation. You don't have to sell. You have to do classes. You have to do Facebook Lives. You don't have to do anything. You can just enjoy a discount through the end of April. So again, reach out if you have any questions. In addition to that, we have an awesome Advent calendar that has been released. It is I cannot talk tonight. It is while supplies last. And it includes basically what you would think an Advent calendar would be. There are 12 different windows that you can open, and in them is exclusive product that is not in any other catalogs. It's not on the online store as far as individual items, but there's all kinds of things. There's dies and masks and stamps and embellishments, just a wide variety of things. And if you're like me and you like a surprise, this is a fun way to do that. But in addition to that, you can also go, if you're not one to worry about the surprise, you can actually go out and there are some reveal videos that you can watch as well. But The product is not Christmas related, and it's things that you can use all year long, and the stamp set is adorable. So again, it's $99 for that, and it is while supplies last. Now, I wanted to remind you that registration for Club Cove is open for the month of October. We're going to be using the Gathering Moments bundle. Love these dies that are come with this, and you have until the 20th to sign up for that. It is enough product to make 8 cards, 2 each of 4 designs, and you're going to receive about between $23 and $26 worth of product for your $30. But if you need me to ship it because you are you know, outside of Louisville or in another state, just let me know and I'll be happy to do that for you, and that price is $38. As far as events that are coming up, I have 3 this month. The first one is this coming Wednesday, which is our next Sips and Cards at Roslyn Hill Winery. And that is $35, and you'll make 4 cards, and that actually includes a glass of wine or beer of your choice, which is wonderful there. And the place is adorable. It is in J-Town, and it's an old church that's been redone to now be an event space with an adorable, like I said, winery in the back, and it's woman owned, and they are just the sweetest people. So again, if you've never been there, it's a fun time to be able to check that out. My next Christmas card Stamp-A-Stack is on the 26th, which is the 4th Sunday. That's 16 cards, 4 each of 4 designs for $25 are free. With a $40 order that day. Now, I do, as one of the perks of being on my team, I do offer some of my classes and events at a discount, and this is one of them. My team members can come to Stamp-A-Stack for $16, so that makes it $1 a card, and the girls really love being able to have that perk as well, and as well, you could too if you were to purchase the starter kit. In addition to that, on that exact same day, at the exact same time, I am going to be doing Stampin' Bunko Take 2. Many couldn't come on World Card Making Day, so I am doing another one, and the response has been crazy. It is at the Marine Corps League. It is $30. You're going to make 4 cards. We're going to play several rounds of Bunko. There's going to be snacks and drinks and table gifts and just a wide variety of things. Now, if you want to do both, you can. People are asking me, how is that possible? Well, what you can do is you can stamp all of your elements for Stamp-A-Stack, and then take pictures of the cards and put them together at home, because everything will be cut for you, embossed for you, etc. So you can do both if you like. I did limit it to 20 spots for Bunko, and I only have 5 spots left, and I expect those to fill up way before the deadline. So if you're interested and you've been thinking about it, but you haven't pulled the trigger, you want to do that sooner than later, because I am maxing that at 20. All right, let's see. What else do I have to tell you? Oh, make sure that you are commenting, saying hello, and letting me know you're here. Hi, Tracy. And I will put your name in a drawing for the project that I did on my last live. And that was this fun fold card that we did using the Spooky Sweet. And it goes like this. So let me pull back a little bit so you can kind of see just how fun it is to be able to use. And it is basically a card in a card. So it also opens up. But a fun little dilly. And of course, you can comment at any time. So if you can't watch me live and you watch the replay, just comment replay, and I'll include you as well. So let's see who is going to get this. This is going to go to Diana Hardesty. So Diana, I'll get that ready for you. And then if you will share my video, which I greatly appreciate, type the word shared in all capital letters. And that way I know you are sharing, and you'll go into this drawing for a stack of cards out of my stash. So let's see who is going to get that. That's going to go to Linda Alfox. So So I will get that ready for you. All right. And then finally, of course, there is no more host code, so you don't have to worry about that. Everyone earns Stampin' Rewards when their order is a minimum of $20, and you get to rake those up or stack them up and use them on future orders at any time for whatever you like. But when you place an order that is $35, not only do you get host, I have to stop saying host. Not only do you get Stampin' Rewards, but I will send you a little goodie, and this is, it will be a full pack. I love these. These are the Shimmer Star Foam stickers. And I don't know if you can see just how sparkly they are. There's white, petunia pop, and black, but I will send those to you for free as a gift. All right. Hi, Bernice. Hi, Linda. Glad you guys could make it on this odd day for us to be together. All right. I am going to be featuring a stamp set that I think is a little hidden gem in the new mini catalog. It's called Gift of Joy. So let me put the camera down and let you see this. It's just a really fun little two-step stamp set. And I just love all the different things that you can do with it. Now, like I said, it is in the mini catalog. It's on page 55. It's an amazing little bundle, or excuse me, stamp set. It's got 18 different photopolymer stamps in it, and it's $21. That number is 165964. But I just love all the different elements that are in here. You've got stockings and presents and garland that you can turn into a wreath. And then you've got this wonderful little floral, which we're actually going to use tonight, and some ornaments. So lots of things that you can do with this to make very simple or even cards that you've bumped up a little bit. So again, on page 55, okay? And I am going to be pairing that with the ever popular Traditions of Christmas? Yes, Traditions of Christmas specialty paper. Now, unfortunately, this paper comes and goes. No sooner it's been out unavailable for a while, then it came back in. It was in for like a day, and it's back out again. Unfortunately, it's not going to be back until the beginning of November. If that happens to change, I will obviously let everyone know, but it is beautiful, and I'm going to show it to you really quick. It is Old Olive, Cherry Cobbler, let me see, Old Olive, Cherry Cobbler, Pool Party, Real Red, Secret Sea, and lots of gold foil. So let me show you the patterns. And of course, they're going to be great for simple Christmas cards, but wait till you see the other side. Got two different patterns of Secret Sea, a stripe, and kind of a, well, it looks like dots. I don't know if you can see that on camera. A polka dot Cherry Cobbler, and then this really cute checked, I guess you could say, or plaid. That's plaid, not checks paper. But let me show you the other side. This is gorgeous. So you've got the Cherry Cobbler with the flowers and all that beautiful gold. And then this one, this is all part of the Traditions of Christmas suite. And there's actually a stamp set that is not here yet, but it has matching dies that will cut out all of these florals that you can actually use as elements on cards, which would just be gorgeous. You have this one, and again, I love how they've incorporated the pink. I wouldn't thought to do that, or for that matter, the Pool Party, but it's just stunning. Love this one as well. Again, you could easily cut out these elements. This is a beautiful pattern. I love the flakes of the Secret Sea that are in this one. And then the big poinsettias as well. So this entire suite is just gorgeous. So you will have to check that out. Let me actually show it to you. It is on page, where are you? Let me find him. I know I have it marked. There it is. You have all kinds of things. So you've got not one. This is kind of like a super suite. It has 2 bundles. It has the traditional labels with these gorgeous labels, dies that are here that you can use with lots of things. Here is the Christmas greenery. Again, you can cut these out with the dies. You have an embossing folder. These little sequins have been in and out of stock. They are back right now. So if you've been wanting those, you need to grab them. You've got the real red ribbon. And then you've got, like I said, this stunning paper that you can just do a whole lot with. So that is on pages 22 and 23. And I wanted you to see, look at this embossing folder. Is that not gorgeous? It's a full wreath. And then they've actually used a water painter to paint those different petals, which I just think is stunning. And then over here, you can see how you can stamp those images and or cut them out with the dies. So it's a very, very versatile suite. All right. And then I'm using a die set that I have not used in a very long time. And that is the Perennial Post dies. And I'm glad that they're still here because, you know, I get things and I forget I have them. But these are a very unique set. You've got some different little elements that you can turn them into tags if you want. You've got a little postmark. But we are actually going to be using this size. So of this image, I'm going to call this a rectangle. This is going to be the 4th one in from the smallest that we're going to be using. Okay. All right. So let me tell you about your pieces. You're going to be using 3 colors, and those colors are Secret Sea, Cherry Cobbler, and Old Olive. And of course, I will have all the measurements up for you on the Creative Cove by morning if I don't get them up tonight. But this is a piece of Cherry Cobbler that is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. You need a piece of Old Olive. This is 3 1/4 by 5 1/2. A piece of Basic White for the inside, which is 4 by 5 1/4. You need 2 patterns from the DSP pack. And that is going to be, in this case, the Cherry Cobbler. This is 4 by 5 1/4. And then we have the piece of Old Olive. This one is 3 by 5 1/4. And then I cut 2 of the Perennial Post. And these are in Cherry Cobbler. And like I said, these are the 4th one up. Then you need 2 little pieces of Basic White. These are 1 3/4 by 2 1/2. And then you need a scrap of Old Olive that you're going to cut out the little stylish shaped banner from. And that's all the elements that you're going to need. We're going to put some bling on. We're going to put the iridescent foil gems. And I think you're going to love this card. I love how the colors came together. So I'm going to pull these in right now, first and foremost, so we can do our stamping. And I'm going to lay him aside to do last. So I'm actually going to be stamping in Secret Sea instead of Basic Black. I like that not only did I pull it from the paper, but I like that it's not as bold. It's a softer neutral when you think about it. So I'm going to start with the outline of those flowers. And for the inside, and this is a 2-step stamp, and in some regards, it's a 3-step. And I'm just going to put that on all 3 of these basic white pieces. Okay. Then while I have my Secrecy open, I'm going to go ahead and use the inside sentiment that says, wishing you a season wrapped in love and tied up with joy. So let me line that up on my glass mat so my card is straight. Hold my tongue. And that looks pretty good. All right. So we're done with Secrecy. Isn't this gorgeous? I mean, look at this. It's just stunning to put all 3 of the, I mean, this is kind of an old favorite, but to add that Secrecy, I've done it with Night of Navy, but I really like the Secrecy, Linda, so I'm with you. It's becoming one of my favorites. Okay, so we have that done. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cherry cobbler and I'm going to color in my flowers. Now, you could use your blends, etc., if you wanted to color this in, but I'm going to use the little stamp that we have. And the way that I'm going to line this up is I'm going to concentrate on the berries, because if I do that, that will kind of, and you have to kind of twist and turn. I have to get up over it, so I apologize if my head is in the way. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, let me pull this one down. We'll do this one. Ooh, I better pull it down a little further. And again, I'm going to start by lining up the top one, then the left one, and then kind of turn it as I need to for the right. Yeah, that's better. Except I picked up an edge, but we'll fix that. Okay. And then we'll do one more. And I love the simplicity of this stamp set, but how cute it is, and not your norm. It's yes, it's poinsettias, yes, it's stockings, etc., but it has just a totally different look to it. Okay, and then the last step is we're going to do the little leaves. Now, there is right here at the bottom, the center to the flower. I'm not going to be brave and try to mask that off to do in a different color, but you definitely could do that if you like. And again, I'm just going to kind of find a point where I want to match. Most of it's going to be these little points here, and you can see just how it comes to life as you add the different layers to it. Okay, one more. Okay, and isn't that cute? I just love how it comes together. And again, you could color it with blends if you choose, but I like the ease of being able to use our stamps as they're intended. All right, then we'll put these aside for a second. And I've got my little banner. And it has been a very long time since I have embossed. So we're going to do some embossing. So I have my embossing buddy. And of course, this will take the static out of the paper and prevent us from picking up some of those little specks. I have my Versamark pad. And I am going to stamp Merry Christmas. Pull this down. And I'm just going to stamp it right in the center. And Versamark, if you've never used it, can be used not only for embossing, but to do like a tone on tone or a shadow. So you can see here it is a little bit sticky, but you can see how it will add some tone on tone without it being super harsh. Now I'm going to put it over here in my tray. And we'll pour some embossing powder so we can cover it really well. I got my little tweezers here, so we're going to pick it up and tap it off. Okay. And then I'm going to try and hold this with my right hand. I can't hold the tweezers with my right hand. Let me put the lid on for right now so we don't make a mess. I've got my heat gun here. I'm going to try not to burn our fingers. Ooh, that's hot. There we go. Ooh. Make sure that's nice and melted. All right. Put that out of the way. And now we've got our little sentiment in gold. All right, so we can put that up. So now we can go ahead and start assembling. So the first thing I want to do is add my elements. And I don't know about you, but I watched a video that someone else did today, and she was talking about how, for whatever reason, red and cherry cobbler seem to be the ones that most often she smudges. And I thought, you know what? That is me. And I don't know what it is, but it's the truth. All right, so we're going to add these onto here, and I can feel embossing powder. So let's wipe that off. I'm going to add this. Oh, I hear Mark. He just snuck in the door. All right, and then we've got those elements. Then we're going to take and add our designer series paper. As much as it pains me to cover this up, we're just going to add that here. Make sure we have a nice border all around. Okay. And then we will fold and burnish our card. Grab our bone folder. And then this piece, and again, so pretty. We're going to add that here to the front. Yeah. All right. I'm just going to add that here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and add my piece to the inside. Okay, and then this piece is going to just be centered onto our card front, and it's going to go from end to end, but your layers should match up pretty close. Okay. Your designer series papers, like I said. Okay, oops, come on. There we go. And this was a card, not exact, but I took some elements from it, which is Something I love to be able to do is find elements of cards that I like and use those and kind of change things up. So now we've got this layer like this, okay? We're going to flip these over and we're going to add some dimensionals. I know a lot of people cut these in half. I like the stability of having a whole one there just in case. Keeps it from rocking. And then I'm going to just add 2 on here like that. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of place these on here for the moment and make sure we get our spacing where we want it. So I'm going to put this on the inside like this. And that looks pretty good. Yeah. Okay. So now we can go ahead and pull the tabs. Maybe. Okay. Pull this down. And again, we want to keep a nice border all around. But I just love how these perennial posts have this different edging on them. So it just adds yet another level of texture without it being too overbearing. Okay, so we're going to do that one. And then we will add that one. Make sure you're saying hello and letting me know you're here. I see a lot of people watching, which I appreciate very much. We're going to add this one right into here in the center like that. And actually, I knew that was going to happen. Can I get it up? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pick it up. And I'm going to add one in the center just because I don't want it to squish. Now, if I don't have any of it yet, but you could add twine, you could add, we've got some new gold and white. You could add linen thread if you want. I'm not. I'm just going to do it like that. Okay. And then we're going to grab some of these iridescent foil gems, which has the gold in the flakes. And I'm just going to add a few of these here on our card. So we're going to add one up here. And of course, we always want to do odd numbers. Let me see. Maybe I'll change this one up a little bit. Yeah. So I'm going to do 5. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do what I did on the other one. I'm just going to put him over here. All right. And there's your card. And you could dress it up if you wanted. If you wanted more sparkle, you could easily add some Wink of Stella. But I think it's just a pretty, fairly simple card. It's just that the layers and the dies are kind of doing all the work. And then I did another one and I swapped the colors. This one has the green base with the cherry cobbler. So you have to tell me which one you like best. And again, this is going to be one of those cards that you're going to be able, especially with this stamp set, you could repeat this whole layout and just swap out whatever element you're going to put. So you could put the stockings, you could put the ornaments, you could do packages. It's really endless what you could do with this one. All right. So that is your card for tonight. I hope you like that and we'll give it a try. Please check out this little stamp set. Like I said, it's kind of a hidden gem in the catalog, especially if you like things that have simple elements that you can make a lot of cards with. So I will be back on Thursday for our regular time frame. Make sure if you're interested in coming to Bunko that you sign up sooner than later, because like I said, as of before the live started, I only had 5 spots left, and that is on the 26th. And then, of course, we have Sips and Cards on Wednesday. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye, everyone.